Sadie hummed a happy tune as she scrolled through Pinterest. The annual school fundraiser was just around the corner, and her specialty, vanilla bean cupcakes, were always a massive hit. This year, she wanted them to be truly spectacular. Her fingers flew across the screen, saving ideas for intricate sugar flowers, shimmering edible glitter, and even tiny hand-painted fondant toppers. She imagined rows of her masterpieces, each one a miniature work of art, dazzling everyone who passed by. "Wow, those look amazing, sweetie," her mom said, peeking over her shoulder. "But remember, the goal is to raise money for new art supplies, not to win a baking competition." Sadie giggled. "I know, Mom, but if they're extra special, people will want to buy even more." Later that week, Sadie found herself surrounded by flour, sugar, and a growing pile of baking tools. She'd bought special food coloring, fancy sprinkles, and a whole new set of piping tips. Her kitchen counter looked like a colorful battlefield. As she mixed the batter, she kept thinking about the intricate designs. Making 100 cupcakes with elaborate decorations suddenly seemed daunting, almost impossible. She felt a knot of stress tightening in her stomach. Would she have enough time, enough money for all these fancy extras? And what if they didn't turn out perfect? That evening, her mom was reading a book about saints. "You know, Sadie," she said, looking up, "I was just reading about Saint Silvester Gozzolini. He was a priest who felt called to live a simpler, more focused life. He gave up many worldly comforts to dedicate himself more fully to prayer and serving God. He started a new group of monks called the Silvestrines, who were known for their quiet reflection and discipline. He believed that by letting go of extra things, he could truly focus his heart on what mattered most." Sadie paused, spooning ice cream into her bowl. "So he chose less instead of more?" "Exactly," her mom smiled. "He found that by choosing simplicity, he actually gained a deeper, richer life in God's love." The words stayed with Sadie as she went to bed. Choosing less, gaining more. She thought about her mountain of baking plans. Was all that glitter and fondant really helping the fundraiser, or was it just making things complicated and stressful? She remembered Saint Sylvester's focused heart. The next morning, Sadie woke up with a new resolve. She looked at her elaborate Pinterest board and then at her simple, trusty vanilla bean recipe. "Simple choices, big blessings," she whispered, like a little prayer. She put away the fancy food colorings and the intricate piping tips. Instead, she focused on making her vanilla bean cupcakes absolutely perfect in taste and texture. She chose a simple, elegant swirl of her homemade buttercream frosting and a sprinkle of classic, colorful jimmies. She didn't buy extra expensive ingredients. She also decided to be disciplined about her quality control. No extra batter tasting, no sneaking a finished cupcake before they were packed. Every cupcake was for the fundraiser. It wasn't easy. The scent of warm vanilla was incredibly tempting, and her fingers hitched to try a more elaborate swirl. But each time she remembered Saint Sylvester and her mantra. She focused, her movements precise and calm. She felt a different kind of joy, a quiet satisfaction in her steady work. When the cupcakes were all baked, frosted, and carefully packed, Sadie stepped back. They looked beautiful, in their own simple way. Classic, inviting, and truly delicious smelling. There was no frantic rush, no wasted ingredients, and a wonderful feeling of peace in her heart. At the fundraiser, her cupcakes sold out in record time. People raved about their deliciousness and their charming simplicity. Sadie saw the big box of money collected for art supplies and felt a warmth spread through her. It wasn't about the glitter or the fancy toppers. It was about the focused effort, the intention, and the simple choices that brought big blessings to her school. She realized that sometimes less truly was more, especially when you gave your best with a pure heart. Friends, today let's be like Sadie. Embrace the power of simplicity in your daily life. Choose to focus your heart, your time, and your energy on what truly brings you closer to God and helps others. You'll discover that simple choices can lead to the biggest blessings.